2 days ago, the Director General of NIA and DSS was sacked from their office. No Ribado cited insubordination and the inability of his principal officers to work with him in carrying out the instruction of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Showore has accused President Tinubu of sacking these people because they failed to carry out all of his President Abacha instruction, that is arresting journalists and harassing people who are not, agreeing with him. But I certainly hope that the reason of changing these men is to better, strengthen the security architecture of this country. Because let's be realistic, insecurity in Nigeria has become a problem. It has become even more than a problem. If there's any word that we can use that is more than a problem. You guys, in Abia State, when OT decided that this kidnapping incident is too much, it is becoming frustrating. Let us, try and comb all the forests in the state, to find the hideout of these kidnappers and terrorists. What they found out will shock you. They found 200 bodies, decomposing bodies in the bush, plus 20 bodies that have already been beheaded. You guys imagine, within just Abia State, what if such thing like combing forest is being done in other states? Can you imagine what they are going to discover? Can you just imagine? I hope that with the change of these new principal officers, that things we begin to see good intelligence being put to use by our police officers, these policemen, and not just them going out on rescue or mission or on missions without having any prior intelligence. Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done that. Like and leave your opinions in the comment section below. Last week, 20 medical doctors from the University of Maiduguri and the University of Jos were abducted in Otukpo, Benue State. The students, who were on their way to Enugu State for a conference, have since been rescued, with the government accounting that no ransom was paid. This is the latest of such mass adoption under President Bola Tinubu. The first major case of mass adoption in the country was kidnapping of the Chibok girls in 2014, followed by the Dapchi girls. In the past couple of years, there has been a surge in kidnapping for ransom across the country, particularly in the northwest. Under former President Muhammadu Buhari, mass adoptions thrived, particularly in schools. Mr. Tinubu was sworn in 2023, had promised to end terrorism and general insecurity in the country. However, Newsroom Nigeria reports that banditry and kidnapping for ransom have continued to thrive. In November last year, the National Security Advisor, No Ribado, urged security heads to stem the tide of insecurity and launch the Anti-Kidnap Anti-Agency Fusion Cell. In this report, Newsroom Nigeria reviews some of the major mass adoptions in the last few months, highlighting the government's inability to curb the menace of mass adoption. 287 pupils of Kuriga. On March 7, 2024, a criminal gang kidnapped 287 pupils at a government secondary school in Kuriga, a town in Kaduna State. Suspected bandits stormed the school and abducted students. The adopters then demanded a ransom of 1 billion naira before releasing the pupils. While the government openly claimed zero tolerance towards ransom payment, concerns remain as to how the government secured the release of the children after 2 weeks. Students of the University of Gusau In September 2023, bandits stormed the Federal University of Gusau and abducted 24 students and staff from the school. The students spent over 7 months in captivity before they were released by their captors. 61 people in Kajuru. Days after the Kuriga adoption, gunmen stormed Kajuru, adopting 87 persons. The attack on Kajuru and the adoption bore some resemblance to the attack on Kuriga, which experts believe was a move by bandits to further consolidate their hold on Kaduna State. 17 adopted in Jidon Bakuso. In March 9, 2024, gunmen adopted 15 children from an Islamic school in Sokoto. Additionally, an armed group broke into the dormitory of a boarding school in Gidon Bakuso, Sokoto State, kidnapping 17 students. 5 students, 3 teachers adopted in Ekiti. In January 2024, gunmen adopted 5 pupils, 3 teachers and a driver from Apostolic Faith School in Ekiti State. They were returning from Ekuru, Ekiti. They spent 6 days in captivity before being released. The police later arrested some suspects believed to have masterminded the adoption. You all, what are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section below. What do you think could be the solution to these, incessant kidnapping incidents that have been happening all around? This is no longer a northern problem. It is no longer about fighting against Boko Haram. Now it has now become kidnapping and adoption situation where kidnappers will just go into a school and kidnap students, kidnap university students, because they know that is how they can get the government to give them money. But let me say kudos to, the federal government for securing the release of those medical doctors just a few days ago without any ransom paid. If actually there was no ransom paid, because in some cases we've seen how, the police will come out to lie to the public and say that there were no ransom paid, whereas they paid ransom, but they did not just want the public to know that ransom was paid. But thank God that, their release was secured. You guys also remember the kidnapping incident that also happened between Abuja, Kaduna on the train, where bandits attacked the train, stopped the train, and kidnapped people from that train. Hopefully, with the change of, the Director General of the DSS and the Director General of the NIA, we'll see, useful intelligence gotten from the DSS and the NIA in using, and the police using this information, to track this criminal element. You all, this is where I'm going to draw the curtain for now. If this is your first time here, subscribe to this channel, like this video. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.